Prime Minister of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Abiy Ahmed, reiterates the fact that subsistence can't be only limited to agricultural sector, but it is the most basic need that shapes up the health status, the means and the ways of earning livelihoods, the relation to the environment, and the futurity of human race at large. In his opening remarks delivered this morning to the United Nations Food Systems Summit +4 stocktake, kicked off in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, he elaborated the extent of the significance of food and nutrition to a given society, which is also a factor seen at a larger scale on global level.
4 years ago, we came together to pursue a bold vision for systems that are sustainable, equitable, and resilient. Food is not only about agriculture. It shapes our health, our economies, our environment, and our future. Today, we reflect on the progress made and recommit to urgent and coordinated action. Globally, food systems are facing immense pressure, from climate shocks, conflicts, inequalities, and economic disruptions. At the same time, development assistance is declining and multilateral cooperation is under.
Ethiopia is a nation that puts human dignity at the center of humanity, the Premier said by extending his side to the country's commitment to achieving food self-sufficiency.
In Ethiopia, we have made a deliberate choice to act boldly, to think holistically, and to place human dignity at the center of our food systems transformation. Central to this vision is our commitment to achieving food self-sufficiency. We are investing in local production, reducing dependency on imports, and building resilient systems that serve our people and our future.
Prime Minister and the President of Council of Ministers of the Second United Nations Food Systems Summit co-host nation, the Republic of Italy, Giorgia Meloni, on her part mentioned the impact of food insecurity on global scale and Italy's commitment to work with Africa in enhancing food self-sufficiency.
We believe it is essential to involve the African continent as a protagonist in the choices and actions of the international community. Starting, of course, with the momentous challenge that is the subject of our works today, which is food security. This is a top priority challenge demonstrated by the broad and qualified participation in this summit and the presence of the UN Deputy Secretary General Mohammed, whom I greet and thank. Although it has drastically decreased over the last 70 years, global food insecurity still affects around 10% of the world's population. And this percentage is largely concentrated here in Africa.
The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres praised the Ethiopian food sovereignty efforts exerted so far and related it to the other pertinent analogies in his webinar remarks to the attendees of the summit.
Look no further than Ethiopia, where investments, action, and climate-aligned food policy are reducing import dependence and creating jobs. But governments cannot do it alone. The private sector must play a vital role, from innovation and logistics to finance and investments. We need responsible business practices aligned with the public good. We need bold leadership and enforceable guidelines for corporate accountability. We must build on new partnerships like the Global Alliance Against Hunger and Poverty and scale up action across sectors.
The ongoing United Nations Food Systems Summit +4 stocktake began yesterday with visits of the participants of the summit paid to the sample various venues in Addis Ababa as signs for Ethiopia's integrated development projects. The summit is going to be wrapped up on July 29, 2025 after conducting schedules programmed for the final day.